Hey, Teddy, good to see you. What is it going to be like to go back to Gillette Stadium?
Well, there's a lot of, kind of similar guys that, a lot of connections on these two programs. And I think every week one matchup is going to be pretty unique this year in the NFL. I'm excited to see what tomorrow's like. I'm sure you guys all are too, with some football on TV. But, know a lot of these guys. We know each other, and it's going to be a tough physical 60-minute game.
Adam?
Gillette Stadium is obviously one of the toughest places in football to win. I would say their fans have been a big part of that, certainly the talent and the execution too. What's Gillette going to be like empty?
Well, I'm not sure really, but it's definitely going to be very unique and something that, we have to take into account, but we can't let it bother us too much. Once we're on the, 100 by 53 and a third field here, we need to, focus in and worry about our assignments and alignments and techniques. So we'll see. It's going to be fun, though. I'm excited.
Josh?
Hey, Ted, we've talked about groupings and the rookies before, but now that Solomon Kinley is going to be certain to be starting next to you, according to the depth chart, on the right side, could you speak to, I guess, his, the coaching staff threw a lot at him, and it seemed like he handled it well throughout camp, and just what it's been like working alongside him?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a pleasure to, see him grow over this past 6 weeks. And then now as we get into, live action here, how much more he's even going to grow as a player. And he has, all the capabilities to be a great player. And we have a lot of great rookies: Rob Hunt, Austin Jackson, we have good veterans, Jesse Davis, a lot of E-Flow. So, we're feeling good. We're working hard, had a good practice today. And, now we got to take it to the field here come Sunday afternoon.
Omar?
I'm going to audible on the question I wanted to ask you this. What makes you say Solomon has the capabilities to be a great player? What do you see? What are you picking up?
Well, he tries to do everything right. He's very explosive. Obviously, he's a huge man. I don't think I got as many wins. I don't think I looked like that as a rookie. I certainly, if I look back at the film, to come in and be very competitive and someone that, as we're, working over this past camp, and now that we're getting into games, building our trust in each other. And, I just think he has, he's done very well, and I'm very excited for him. And I'm going to do everything I can to help him. And he's going to, be a big part of helping us win ball games this year.
Travis?
Hey, Ted, how's it going, man? 4 years up in New England, you obviously saw how the sausage gets made up there, but I'm curious now that you're in Miami, what it's like for you to prepare for a Bill Belichick defense for the first time.
Well, we know we're going to be tough and smart and know what they're doing, and they're going to have something, unique for us that's going to make us think. They're going to challenge us every step of the way, and it's very exciting to go back. I know many of these players very personally, and to go back and compete now as a rival faction is very exciting. And it's just it's going to be fun. But we're going to have to bring our very, very best when it counts the most here Sunday afternoon.
Cam?
Well, Ted, I guess just piggybacking off of that, obviously you spent 4 years there, and I'm sure you saw what Bill can do, on the other side of things. But is there anything that you know that you can share with your fellow offensive linemen, like look out for this, prepare, Bill might send this your way, as far as blitzes, as far as different things up front?
Well, the tape says a lot of that as well. I think, as I know a lot of these guys, I've played with them for 4 years, there's definitely a little bit of a factor of familiarity, but this is a new year and you got to bring it every day in this league, and it's a whole fresh slate for everyone. I've been given some tips, but we've been watching film together, and what I've seen over the years, but it's going to come down to execution and doing our job as far as each individual lineman, everyone on offense, to put up a good game.
Savin?
Ted, how are you? We appreciate you doing this. I noticed on the Patriots defense, they lost, about six starters from last season. your familiarity with that unit, do you think this defense that you will be going up against, will it still be a challenge against those guys? Do you think you're going up against a better defense in practice already that might help you out on Sunday?
It's absolutely going to be a huge challenge. They're going to be well prepared and raring to go. And these, there's still there's a ton of great players on that whole front. That whole defense is dangerous. And we're going to have, we've been preparing hard, and we're still got a bunch more preparation here to go. And it's going to be the biggest challenge yet of our careers as a team together. So it's going to be, we're going to have to go up and play our very best for 60 minutes to leave Gillette Stadium with a victory.
Coach Flo was saying that you've done a nice job learning a new, system. I'm curious, like, how different is it from what you were doing? Like, what's something that I might not know is, not being a football player is different.
Well, the language certainly is different, and I think that's a fascinating part of the game. I've loved to learn it. I dove into this offense pretty deeply. Obviously, we had, Zoom meetings for about 6 weeks in the spring. That was a cool kind of low pressure way to learn a new offense and just have the playbook there. But the biggest part is the language. There's a lot of, football is, all right, to be kind of, football is football, but I'm not going to give you any nuggets as far as differences between RO and theirs. But the language would be the best example, and one I find most fascinating.
We got time for a couple more. We'll go to Alan.
Hey, Ted, I wanted to ask you what it meant to you to be elected as a team captain, particularly considering you're a new player on this team.
It was a distinct honor, and I'm very, honored to that my peers thought of me that way. And it puts even more pressure on. I want to do everything right. Obviously I was trying to do that anyway, but I want to do my very best for this team so that we can, put our best season out there. And, as a elected leader, I'm very excited about this upcoming campaign.
Omar?
You sound like you're running for political office there. I wanted to ask you, there's so much, as I said, secret sauce that New England has that made you guys, I know you were only there for a couple of years, but the Patriots good for two decades. Is there things that you can bring over here that can help instill the culture here?
I think the main thing that I found a home in there for a while, and now my home is here, was that just working really hard and working your absolute hardest to get your job done. And that includes a whole bunch of different aspects of getting ready to play a football game, whether that's, obviously physically, mentally, but also emotionally, and making sure that you're prepared. And I'm very grateful for my time there, but now it's time to go play a football game against, so a lot of old friends, and it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be 60 minutes of a really, really tough football game. And, we're going to have to bring our best, and we'll be ready to go.